Hey guys, Dr. Drunk aka here with a game for you in my Tier 6 Premium German Destroyer, the T-61. We're on Estuary, it's a Tier 7 game, we have 1 DD per side, and there is a carrier in play. I'm divvied up with Farting Chick in his CV, which is the Ranger, and I am in the T-61. What is important to know about the T-61? T-61 is probably the best premium mid-tier destroyer for sale in World of Warships today. She has four 128 millimeter rifles in 4 single turrets. She has 8 kilometer twin quad torpedo launchers. She comes with a nice suite of very useful consumables, including hydro, including speed boost, and a smokescreen. More importantly, T-61 has a very serviceable detectability range of 6.1 kilometers, and you could say that quarter pen HE is actually a nice feature of this line. It allows you to do quite a bit of damage to cruisers and battleship plating in some cases. Now, this is a single DD match with a carrier. Their carrier is an Erich Lowenhart, which I'm not all that worried about at the moment, but we'll see in a little bit that that thing does pack a bit of a punch. The DD has spawned over here on the A side, and we're going to play it smart. We're not going to push into this cap because there's, of course, DD, and, of course, we spotted an Omaha next to the cap, something we really don't want to get involved in. So we saw the Farragut pushing up. We're going to assume we can ambush him here, which we can because his detectability is terrible compared to mine. For some bizarre reason, I'm firing AP. I don't know why. Kind of feel bad for this guy with his 200% camo. He smokes up. He is still in the cap. That cap is still turning red and progressing. We hit our engine boost. We hit our hydro in case there are torpedoes coming, and we begin to angle away. I know that Farragut is still in the smokescreen because he is continuing to shoot out of the smokescreen. See the torpedoes coming in from our Galissoniere. And then I notice we have an Omaha pushing the cap. We also have a Leander pushing the cap as 2 torpedoes connect home. First blood, devastating strike. And now we have the destroyer advantage. And of course I am that destroyer. And of course I am in the T-61, so we have quite an advantage in this case. T-61 overall is a very, very good hybrid utility boat. She is very similar to British destroyers in terms of her actual utility. Her hydro is a 4 kilometer hydro, so she can do the smoke and hydro memes that you will see at higher tiers with things like the Z-52, but just not as effectively. Their CV is going after our Tier 7 battleship, Eisenhower. We let our AA turn on and go to work, and we see, after the Omaha dies, we see, well, we got a Leander in cap. You know what? I think this was during the one of the first parts of the Anchorage missions. We needed defended ribbons in German DDs, so why the hell not? Let's take a couple shots at them. The island is in between he and I, and that's the only thing that can spot me at this point unless CV comes back here. Chick drops torpedoes on him, and that forces him to angle out of his smoke. In reality, smoke screens are very 2018. Why would you consider using them? But you know, open water gunboating is the way to go. Leander grounds himself, and I'm thinking to myself here, well, if I open up with AP, I need to be able to kill this guy. He's more than likely going to be going after the Gneisenau, not me, because the Gneisenau is the closer target. And most people, when faced with a number of targets, will typically go after the closest target, not the most tactically significant one. So in a way, I'm banking on the stupidity of, team a little bit. As you can see, we're up 3 ships to none. We're up about 50,000 hit points. And we're up about 250 points on caps. We have 1 cap. We are in the process of capping another. And we are still fighting over A. We're keeping everybody at A. The Iron Duke is going to push into A. I'm wondering why I'm continually being spotted here, and I realize, oh shit, there's a DeGrasse pushing in, and I don't really want to draw the attention of the DeGrasse, the Ismail, and especially the Iron Duke, because those things shoot a lot of HE and they hurt. If not for the DeGrasse or the CV, I would actually be able to farm the Iron Duke because the Leander smoke screen, but that's not the reality of things. I need that DeGrasse to die. He's probably going to die to Gneisenau secondaries, which he does. Now we can farm this Iron Duke. Now I make a mistake here. You will typically see me hold a rack of torps. I drop one rack of torps, assuming that, well, this Iron Duke is looking for the Galissoniere. He's going to continue straight lining. However, for some bizarre reason, the Iron Duke decides, well, I think I got to turn in here. Unfortunate. That second rack of torpedoes is going to miss. But I think we'll be able to connect on one from that first rack, and we do. That is a flood. And now he is burning. He is flooding. This guy is as good as dead. So what do we do now? We still haven't managed to cap D, despite all the ships over there. We lost 2 ships over there. Actually, we lost a ship on our side. We lost our Gneisenau on this side, and we lost, I believe, a cruiser on the other side. We're up 5 ships to 2. We're up about 230 points at this point, and everything's looking pretty good. Nothing here can really contest this cap. However, since I really don't want to get caught in the open with no smoke screen and a CV to spot me, and battleships, especially an Ismail with its 12 guns shooting at me in the open cap, I decided to go around the outside of the cap and cap from the edge. This also lets me get a better angle to torpedo that Ismail. Chick drops fighters on his way to go torment those battleships. Is much appreciated because that will, even though it will tell the CV where I am, it will dissuade him from coming after me. So right now, taking a look at the mini-map, we've lost another ship. They're starting to close down the points differential. We're only up by about 130 points at this time. So we have to do something. We have to think about something. Now, looking at the mini-map, and I'm saying this, Ismail's going to push. He doesn't want to be taking fire from the Galissoniere, the shores, the Gneisenau. He's going to push straight around the island here and back towards the CV. And indeed, that's what it appears that he is doing. Until he doesn't. Until this Ismail makes an absolute gamer move as we lose the Marblehead to the California. This Ismail makes an absolute gamer move, and by the grace of all that is holy, manages to somehow dodge that torpedo? I don't know. Battleship size gap, I guess. I'm at a loss for explaining that one. We finally get a cap, only to have it contested a split second later. Now, I can't fault this Ismail for his thought process of delaying or stopping the cap. But I can fault his thought process for doing it in front of a Gneisenau, a Galissoniere shores, a T-61, and the CV cover. So that Ismail's going to die. Shots coming in. Looks like from a Congo, maybe? Either way, the Gneisenau gets the kill through his fires. Rocket planes, AP rocket planes, it should be noted, skirting my AA bubble. In fact, when I see that they're not going to be coming after me, I turn my AA off. No reason to give them any opportunity to spot me. We decide, let's get a little revenge for all those little lolly boats that this evil CV has clapped in his lifetime. And we're full health. Let's rush him down and let's take care of the problem. Unfortunately, since you don't see a lot of lone arts, you don't realize two things about them. Number one, they have an absolute metric ass load of secondaries. And those secondaries really do hurt. You can pretty much see here, I get close enough that I can pop my hydro and keep him spotted. An AP bomb goes right through the bow and does about 4k. And I realize, holy shit, this guy's quick. I'm only going to land 3 of those torps, which I only do land 3 of those torps. We get a flood, but floods don't matter because CV reasons. He's going to remain spotted here. Aiming the AP for his upper belt and superstructure. We can get about 2k salvos on that until he angles too far away. I'm going to switch to the AP, and we're going to stuff the AP right up his butt. All in the name of science and revenge of the lollyboats. Unfortunately, we don't get to take home our pelt as the Shores swings in there and takes our kill on the CV. And we're going to give him a little what for in the with the F keys here in chat. Turn our attention to the Congo. No, that's a Koenig, actually. That's not a Congo. Turn our attention to the Koenig on the H line, who is running for his life from the Gneisenau. Interesting running duel that those two have going on now. We're going to set a fire on him. Our smoke is about to dissipate here, and we really don't need to be spotted, so we're going to make a beeline back. Now, my intention here, and of course there's a fighter over us, so we're going to try and get rid of this as quickly as we can. Koenig goes down. We're up 8 ships to 6. However, things are going to go pear-shaped really quickly. Never underestimate the amount of damage that a ship can do. Never underestimate the amount of damage that a group of ships can do. I'm going to stop here, take a pot shot over the island, and see if we can reach over the island. We cannot. Sometimes the mountain reticle in the middle here is not necessarily correct. And sometimes you can sneak a shot over. 2 options we have here. Number 1, I can turn right, I can turn into C, and I can start contesting C. However, there is one problem about this. It's a full health Nagato. I only have 1 smoke, and I'm planning on having to save that because I may need those in the future. Seeing the New Orleans show up, pushing our B cap, when we're only up by about 175 points, is problematic. We have a Kotovsky, it's on fairly low health. We have a Galissoniere, which is on fairly low health. If we lose both of those ships, suddenly we will be down on points. New Orleans guns down the Kotovsky, who was sailing broadside to a New Orleans. Tier 5 cruiser, Tier 7 cruiser, who wins that engagement. I decided now's the perfect time to smoke up. Let's smoke up and farm a few more of those defended ribbons. Let's keep them off this cap as much as possible. Our Gneisenau's about half health. He can work on the Nagato a little bit. Well, we're going to take shots at the New Orleans, Colorado, and indeed the Kotovsky. It's a California, not a Colorado. Pulled a Jingles moment. The New Orleans, the California, and the Kotovsky to try and keep that cap reset. Our Galissoniere dies to the California, shooting HE. And now we're in trouble because we're down points and we're down caps. Our Gneisenau is pushing up to help deal with these cruisers, which, you know, a competent Gneisenau player here can very easily take out both of these cruisers, especially with DD and CV help. It's just a matter of him making a smart play. We miss these torpedoes, which is unfortunate because We're assuming that the New Orleans is actually using hydro. We're targeted by both of these cruisers, and we're hoping that, man, if that Gneisenau can actually take out one of these two in short order, that'd be great. Need to try and keep that cap reset. And I need to go dark because I have a tier 5 and a tier 7 heavy cruiser both aiming at me, and that's not a good thing. Definitely not a good thing with only 6,000 hit points remaining. Final salvo coming in from the Kotovsky, and those miss. We got a final salvo from the New Orleans, and those chip off another 900 hit points. I'm unspotted. I'm behind the island. There's no planes to spot me. So I can actually start taking pot shots at these cruisers and hopefully getting a few resets. I hold my fire here so I can switch to AP and help out my Gneisenau, hopefully keeping him alive. And you're going to see the power of the German AP here as we just bloop that Kotovsky for 6,000 points of damage. Gneisenau secondaries do their job, finish him off. However, our Gneisenau is going to die. He's broadside to a California. Got to get those torpedoes off. And he only gets, it looks like, some secondary hits on that New Orleans, who does manage to put out the fire. We're down by 100 points. We are down now 3 caps to 1. I don't believe... No, he doesn't. Chick does not get the reset on this cap. He's going to try to double strike that California and that New Orleans. However, unfortunately, combined AA strength of those 2 tier 7 ships is too much. We're not able to get that New Orleans off the board. We're still down 100 points. A kill will even that up. But at this point, we have a major problem. It's 3 ships to 3. They've actually got enough caps that all they have to do is run away. Why this New Orleans decided to push, I will never know. Those rocket planes are getting shredded, but enough of them get through to take out the New Orleans and bring the scores a little bit more in line. Now you're going to see what the T-61 excels at. This ship is exceptionally good in one-on-one situations because of its quick reloading torpedoes, its fast loading 128 millimeter guns, and of course its superb stealth rating for the tier of 6.1 kilometers. We fire off a torpedo spread where we think that California's going. He does manage to get skinny and manage to avoid most of them. However, he does take 1 and a flood. We open up with our guns here. And unfortunately, we make the mistake. We drift out just a little bit too far and we take an HE shell from that California. It's rather unnecessary, but we know he's got a fairly long reload, so we don't have to sweat it much. We have a plane overhead from the California. That's a problem. In the meantime, the Gneisenau and the shores have been ticking down that Nagato, and that's an important point. That will come into play shortly. Now here, what we're going to do is throttle jockey a little bit, see if we can get our front guns over that island, and all we are trying to do here is to set a fire. He's used his damage control. He does not appear to have a heal on tap. He throws a blind shot at us, catches the superstructure, another 825 points damage. We're hurting pretty bad at this point. Chick's torpedoes come in and finish the job. They still have the caps. And as you can see, the Galissoniere saying, never mind, game over. Let me tell you, brother, the game is not over until the results screen is posted. I see a comment like that. You know what? It's funny. I'm on voice comms with Chick, and I'm saying, we got to do this. We got to do this. You got to get planes over there. I don't know. Whatever you got left, you got to get over there. You need the fastest thing you have. You got to get some damage on. We need some fires. Congo, negative, too far left, so left falls, and they get points. Bro, hold my beer. 45 seconds left in the match. 13,000 hit points on that Nagato. Can we do it? Oh, come on. We have the DD advantage. You got me. Chick luckily lights a fire on that Nagato. We open up with the HE, hoping to get another one. Realize we're not getting that other fire. We're going to try for the torpedoes because I want this guy to stop looking at me. He fires off his rear turrets at me. We turn in, slow down. 159 points of damage. We can't get any closer. If we get any closer, his secondaries will finish us off. So we're switching to the AP. We're aiming for that superstructure. 3, 2, and with 2 seconds left in the game, boys, game is over and we win. We do win this one. We go to the results screen, and that is 117,000 damage, 2 kills, 7 torpedo hits, and a couple of citadels on that Russian cruiser. We did get ourselves a solo cap, along with a first blood and a dev strike. In terms of teams, we are top of the team with 2,302 base XP. Chick right behind us, a tier 6 CV and a tier 7 match, 1,919 base XP, 5 div kills. Guys, we play all these games live on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/DrDrunkAKA. Come check us out. Drop a follow on that channel, on the YouTube channel. Drop a subscribe or a like on that YouTube and Twitch channel. Helps out a lot. And I will be seeing you guys again real soon. Dr. Drunk telling you it's last call. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. See you, boys.